fighting on the battlefield. The daughter of the demon will survive the chaos.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series where we're counting down the top Dynasty Warriors characters as of the latest game. Coming in at number 9, breaking the top 10, we have the last female character on this list, Lu Lingqi. Lu Lingqi is a fictional name for Lu Bu's historically unnamed daughter. Not much is known about her, but her father attempted to use her twice for a political marriage with Yuan Shu's son, and her marriage was considered but refused both times due to the warlord's loose trust in her father's integrity. Roman to the Three Kingdoms describes that it was additionally fueled by his loathing for Lu Bu's arrogance. Before we jump into how Lu Lingqi has changed within the series, she's not going to have really any changes at all. She's kind of a new character for me because she was introduced in Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends. So just like I've done with other characters on the channel already, because she's only been in one main series game, she's not really going to have any changes associated with her character. But first, let's take a look at the popularity poll to see why the daughter of the demon is up here at number 9. In the first popularity poll, Lu Lingqi coming in number 2 with 2,524 votes out of a total of over 75,000 votes, impressively putting her in the second position in the very first poll. In the second popularity poll, she's going to drop down to the 8th position, and then in my personal rankings, she's going to drop all the way down to the 33rd position. So very impressed to see Lu Lingqi all the way up there in that first poll. The poll that was used for the rankings was like right after, I believe, Dynasty Warriors 8 or Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends came out, or relatively within that time. So people had a chance to get to know Lu Lingqi, get to use her weapon style in that game, and I'm assuming that's why a lot of people fell in love with this character, because she's the daughter of one of the most iconic characters in the game, and people are going to automatically be vying to play with this character. For me personally, that's why she's a little higher for me, I guess, relative to my list. She's 33rd for me. But, I mean, the character herself, I don't have anything against the character, but I don't really know too much about her. And that seems to ring true with her historical information as well. She has really very little historical information that is known about her, and there's not really much I can say about the character, because nothing is personally written in depth about this character. The only thing that she's really known for is being the daughter of Lu Bu. I don't mind her addition to the cast. I think it's really cool to see that extension from one of the most iconic characters of the game, but hopefully they find a way to really include her within the series. If they go back to the hypothetical routes within Dynasty Warriors 10, it'll be really cool to see how she attributes to Lu Bu's success, or maybe her own personal story, whatever it is. Dynasty Warriors 9, her story was okay. It was pretty short because the reign of Lu Bu doesn't go on very long. But I liked her ending in Dynasty Warriors 9. It was really cool to see her relationship with Zhang Liao, and really seeing her, you know, she's a pretty compelling character in terms of appearance and like stature. But there's nothing really historically that I can really explain about the character because there's not much information on her. Like I already mentioned, it was said that Yuan Shu wanted his son Yuan Yao to marry her, so he sent someone to request Lu Bu's acceptance, but unfortunately Lu Bu killed the person and the offer was refused. And then 1 year later, at the Battle of Xiapi, when Lu Bu was being cornered by Liu Bei and Cao Cao, he decided to send her in a carriage to Yuan Shu to gain an army from him. However, Zhang Fei slew her escort and killed her. I don't know how much of that is actually true. It's just another piece of information that I found on the character, but there's not really much I can go off about the character. I mean, the only thing that I can really go on is what I've been given in the Dynasty Warriors game so far. So I'm only analyzing characters within their main series appearances, and because she only appears in Dynasty Warriors 9 and only one of the main series, that's all I can really go off of. Now, I was aware of the weapon she was given in Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends, which is why she's relatively higher for me. Given Lu Bu's old weapon, the cross pike it was just a fun weapon style. I personally have not played the character in that game, but I remember how good it was in Dynasty Warriors 6 with Lu Bu, and how fun it was, and how unique and different the weapon was. So her being given that weapon, it automatically raised her likability for me, because that's a style that I would play right away. It's like a really fun style, and I wouldn't have mind playing her with that style. I just never got the chance to. So that's why she's relatively high for me. We're just gonna go ahead and jump into, I guess, her changes. She's not gonna have any changes, but like the character herself within the game. In Dynasty Warriors 9, she looks pretty good. You know, I can't complain about her appearance. I think relatively she looks pretty good in the game, and she's one of the better looking female characters within the game. Not the best looking female character, still Wang Yuanji has my heart, but I think Lu Lingqi looks pretty good, and she's a good representation for the daughter of Lu Bu and Diao Chan, and She looks like a really good character, but she still has armor and she has that stature, again, that compellingness that, you know, she's a warrior and she's the daughter of Lu Bu. Not somebody you want to underestimate, and I can't really complain about the way she looks in Dynasty Warriors 9. Now, our weapon style within Dynasty Warriors 9 is the sword and shield, which is an okay style. It's not really for me. I mean, if anything, I would prefer her having the cross pike or just a pike in general. I think that'd be pretty cool for her. She seems to do pretty well handling Lu Bu's weapon and her ending in Dynasty Warriors 9. It'd be cool to have her like a halberd or some sort of pike or something. I wouldn't mind that. You know, sword and shield is not really, it's okay for her. It's an okay style. Didn't really have anything to complain about. The style attack was pretty basic, and that's pretty much it for the weapon style. Not much else I can go on, and that's pretty much it. Her voice acting in Dynasty Warriors 9 was fine. Can't complain about it at all.
My father wielded this when he earned the name of the Demon of Chaos.
But yeah, I mean, I can't really complain about the character construction in Dynasty Warriors 9. Everything seems to fit her pretty well. She's just average for me. And the next rankings for me, she'll probably be a little lower just because she just has the title of being Lu Bu's daughter, and that's pretty much it. She does have some input throughout her story and stuff, and I can see her getting involved and, you know, trying to insert herself, and I can see them trying to do something with her. It's just not clear as to what that is yet. But I'm excited to see where they take her story in the later games. Now, moving on to her significant battles and her relationships. She doesn't really have any significant battles, but the battles for, you know, Lu Bu's story is her most important ones. Just being there with her father, just being there on the battlefield. So not too much information, or she doesn't really play anything significantly in any of the battles or anything. Now, moving on to her relationships, she doesn't have that many. She just has a few, and that's Lu Bu, and then 2 minor relationships with Chen Gong and Zhang Liao. So her relationship with her father is an interesting one. I wouldn't say it's super close, but Lu Bu definitely cares about his daughter, and she definitely respects and cares for her father as well. And, I mean, it's not like a super loving relationship. It's nothing too crazy. Like, I don't think Lu Bu exhibits a feeling of like love. It might be an internal thing for him, but I don't really sense that. He's obviously caring, and he's obviously like, you know, I don't want you to get hurt, but I would say that's probably as far as a relationship would go so far. They could develop it a little further, I don't know. But as of right now, it's a pretty surface level relationship. Now, moving on to Chen Gong and Zhang Liao. She has similar relationships with these two. She's probably a little closer to Zhang Liao just because of her ending in Dynasty Warriors 9, which I kind of enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. But her relationship with Chen Gong, I would say the relationship is there just because they're on the same team. They converse with each other. Lu Lingqi tries to explain to Chen Gong why Lu Bu is the way he is. Chen Gong found out it was harder than he thought it was in order to basically get Lu Bu to follow his plans. And Lu Lingqi is there to always explain why that is, you know. And they have a small relationship, nothing too crazy. And then with Zhang Liao, I would say Lu Lingqi definitely respects Zhang Liao, definitely respects him as a warrior, his abilities. I don't know if their relationship goes like past being just respectful of each other. Zhang Liao respects Lu Lingqi just because of who she is, not because of what she is able to do, I would say. I don't think Zhang Liao really knows what she's capable of until like maybe again her ending when she's picking up the halberd and getting pretty accustomed to it pretty quickly. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have for Lu Lingqi here. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of information, and she does not have a lot of content for her right now. And hopefully in Dynasty Warriors 10 they really expand on her story and do something else with her, because she's a very popular character. If she wasn't Lu Bu's daughter, I don't think she would have the same effect, but because she is, people are going to be automatically drawn to her. I like the way she looks. Her personality is okay, and weapon style. I'm not a fan of the sword and shield. Again, give her a pike. Give her like a mini halberd or something. You know, I'll be totally fine with that. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for Lu Lingqi. Let me know what you guys think about her down below. She's number 9 on the list. A lot of people like her. I can understand why. Let me know down below what you guys think about her. If you guys have any information that I couldn't find. There's not a lot on her right now. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.